last few products, to give people a reason to actually stick around towards the end. Even if it's an incredible video, some people might drop off if they're not totally sold what the end of the video is going to bring to them and whether they should invest their time, because that's what it comes down to. Now, the second thing, which is really, really easy, is to just make sure that your outros are quick and snappy. Or the longer the outro or the longer the fluff at the end, the less people will actually watch all the way through that, so your completion rate will be lower. So make sure that your ending is short, snappy, and to the point. Now, the third thing, which is confusing to a lot of people, but a lot of people do not complete a video if they find that the start of the video is relevant to them, but somewhere along the video, something has been mentioned that isn't relevant to them. This is quite difficult to identify, but when you're starting a video, if you're doing it correctly, you should have a target persona, target person, target audience in mind that you're speaking to. And if you're talking about something you're passionate about, it's quite likely that you'll go off on a tangent and maybe you'll drift away from the very specific audience that you brought in with your hook and your intro and your topic. This is really tough, so just comment part 2 if you want me to break it down in more detail, but there are several stages to a video and you need to check that every single stage of the video is applicable to the same target audience. Now, if you want to increase your completion rate, get more views, get more followers, consider joining people like Susan and Layla, who have gained over 45,000 and over 32,000 followers since joining our TikTok Growth Academy, where we're using our years and years of experience to help everyday people grow and monetize on TikTok. So make sure you click the link in our bio to learn more. Followers are becoming less and less important on TikTok when it comes to getting views specifically. The way the algorithm used to work, it's that they'd show your TikTok to a couple of strangers. If these strangers liked it, TikTok will see that as a green light and start pushing that content to your followers on their For You page. However, now TikTok is doing that much later down the line, treating every single video like it's on its own within a specific niche, instead of pushing it to your followers early on and using their interaction to determine if it goes viral. However, as rightly stated here, followers are still important if you're wanting to be successful on TikTok and monetize on TikTok. It seems that TikTok is using followers as some form of authority. If you have the ability to get enough views that bring in followers, TikTok believe that you will make them enough money on here to give you a cut of that. So yes, you still need 10,000 followers to get monetized with your views, and you still need between 1,000 and 5,000 followers before you can become a TikTok Shop affiliate and all of the other programs. But when it comes to getting views, that's where followers have become less important. You can still use creator search insights in 2025, and you can go viral this week doing it. TikTok have gradually been making it more and more useful, and not enough people are taking advantage of it. So I'm going to run you through how to use it effectively so you can start going viral as soon as possible. Now, the first couple of steps of going viral with creator search insights are the same as they've always been. You type creator search insights into the search bar, you scroll down and look at the suggested and content gap tabs, you find a keyword that's relevant to the content that you make and you can add value to. You make sure this keyword has this little red triangle next to it to show that it's growing and that TikTok's prioritizing this kind of content. And of course, you're always going to want to either record or upload your videos to this query directly. However, now when you actually click the keyword, TikTok gives you instructions on how to make a viral video for that term specifically. So I'll run through an example here. I found this keyword with a red triangle that would be relevant to the kind of content that I want to make. So when I clicked in it, you see this section that's not been around for very long. This is where TikTok is telling you how to structure your video, what hooks to use, what title to use, what hashtags to use. And they're still giving you all of the related videos that are doing well in relation to the advice that they've just given. So if you read this advice and you look at the videos that have done well and you understand how to add your own spin and add your own flair to it, if you're making a high enough quality video, you will start going viral on TikTok. Going viral and growing on TikTok isn't luck, it's getting more and more strategic as time goes on. So if you want to join people like Susan and Layla, who are growing by tens of thousands of followers a month, with the new algorithm and with the new TikTok environment, by taking a strategy first approach, then consider joining our TikTok Growth Academy, where we have hours upon hours of teaching. We have TikTok coaches in the community, making sure all advice is tailored to you specifically, and we're giving away cash prizes to the people who grow the most each month. So make sure you click the link in our bio to learn more, start growing this year, and we'll see you over there. This is how you get your first 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I grew this account to 10,000 followers in its first 30 days, and I've helped countless other people do the same. So if you want to get to 1K followers as fast as possible, this is almost guaranteed to work. So let's break it down quickly. If you're posting good videos, roughly about 10% of the viewers turn into likes. And if the other content you make is predictable enough, roughly about 10% of your likes turn into followers. So if you figure this out, you're gonna need about 100,000 views overall across your channel in order to get to your first 1,000 followers. So this is what you're going to do. Hopefully you're already in a niche or you know what target audience you want to focus on. What you're going to do is find 10 incredibly popular topics within your niche. You can find these on creator searching sites where hundreds of thousands of people are searching for it a day. You can find it on your For You page just by looking at the viral videos. You can find it in your TikTok search. But whatever you do, just find the topics that are doing well in your niche, and bonus points if you find them delivered in a way that you think you could do too. So the 10 popular topics, perfect, you've got them. Now for each topic, come up with 3 different concepts. Very quick example, with this video, it's about how to get to your first 1,000 followers. Concept can span from anything from me having a green screen and going through a checklist, me speaking like this just to the camera. I could be walking outside near the canal, saying what turns views into followers. So there are loads of different concepts that serve the same topic. So for each popular topic, come up with 3 different concepts, then introduce each of those videos in 3 different ways with the first 3 seconds trying to grab people's attention. And in every single one of these videos, so you're looking at your first 30 videos, you have to have some form of call to action for people to engage and for people to follow. And your call to actions for people to follow is basically telling people to follow because you post more like the content that they're watching. That means you've got 30 different videos, but you're only covering 10 different topics, but each topic has 3 different concepts. Each concept has a different hook and a different group of call to actions. If you do this and you do not get your first 1,000 followers, there is usually a quality issue. So make sure your picture quality is good and make sure your audio quality is good. Now, if you made it this far, you're definitely someone who's looking to grow on TikTok, whether it's just to grow a social presence or start monetizing on TikTok so you can spend more days doing something you're passionate about. Well, we have our community for those kind of people, our TikTok Growth Academy, where within a couple of weeks, we're teaching people every single thing they need to know about TikTok in order to grow and be successful, as well as giving one-on-one support to help tailor all advice to your own account, and our monthly growth games where we're giving away cash prizes to people who reach significant milestones. So if you want to grow on TikTok as quickly as possible, make sure you click the link in our bio to learn more. TikTok's algorithm is shifting because they're trying to become a better search engine. So if you're getting less views than you were before, this is why. And I've been in marketing for about 8 years, and I've seen something very similar to this on another platform. And even with the new TikTok algorithm, we're still helping everyday people gain thousands of followers every single month. So there's still a big opportunity on here. So save this so you can come back to it later and drop a follow for TikTok growth tips. Now, what does TikTok becoming a better search engine actually mean? It means that when you search a topic in TikTok, they're trying to make the first couple of results the best couple of results possible. And it also means when TikTok finds that you're interested in a topic, they're putting the best videos on that topic on your For You page. And the biggest shift in the algorithm is because of this. TikTok has stopped prioritizing the big creators with the large following and giving them the spotlight on the topic that they discuss and the topics that their videos are on. Doesn't matter if it's entertaining content, educational content, music content. TikTok has completely leveled the playing field, and for each specific topic, they're just looking at which is the highest quality video and pushing that one out furthest. And of course, engagement has something to do with this, but they've shifted the algorithm so followers has a